For today's DIY project, I'm going to be using Dollar Tree frames with two different sizes. In this project, I'll be arranging them in such a way that I'll have the medium size and the small size, and then another medium size, and then another small size. I'm just going to be repeating it this way until I get the shape that I want for this DIY. I'm making a frame for a bathroom mirror. And the bathroom mirror is kind of small. That's why the size that I'm working with is like this. When I was sure of what I wanted, I started flipping them over to the other side. Now I'm going to be holding all of them together with PVC. You can also use wood if you have one. This PVC is going to be covered with mirror reflective paper, and I will be flipping it over before attaching it to the frames. I'll be using the strong adhesive and a hot glue gun to attach the PVC to the frames. I will not be joining all the four sides together only because I want to show you all how it's going to look if you want to use it as a wall decor first before using it as a frame.
If you're new to my channel, it's so great to have you here. Now don't forget to click on the subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my latest videos.
Now in the middle of each and every one of the picture frames, I will be adding mirrors to them. And I'm going to be using a strong adhesive and a hot glue gun to attach the mirrors to the PVC. Now to easily mount this on the wall, you can use self-adhesive tabs or even command strips because these are really light in weight. I'm going to simply just peel off the backing and then mount them on the wall to use them as a wall decor so you guys can see what it looks like on the wall as a wall decor. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to take it to the bathroom mirror where I originally made the design for. This is the mirror and it's quite small, so it's perfect for the size that I was working on. Now I'm going to be simply attaching what I made to the mirror. This looks pretty the way it is, and I did use silver frames because of the silver decor that I have going on in the bathroom, but it will look really pretty in gold as well. Now moving on to the next design using Dollar Tree picture frames. I used 24 8x10 picture frames for this project. I'm also going to be using plastic plates that I got from Party City for this project. And I'll be using just the lip of the plate. It comes in a pack of 10 and I used 2 packs for this project. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue these on the frame to make a pattern with it. And I'll be using 2 of the cutouts per frame. These are really light in weight, so I'm going to be mounting them up to the wall using a Dollar Tree mounting tape. This is where I'm going to be putting the metallic wall art, and I'm going to be starting right at the top. I'll be using a dowel to guide me to give me equal spacing in between each of the frames. This is pretty the way it is, but to give it an extra look, I'm going to be adding 5x7 Dollar Tree frames to the design. I'm using the same Dollar Tree mounting tape and attaching it to the frames that are already on the wall to make it easy for me to attach the 5x7 frames to them. And that's it. A quick and easy Dollar Tree metallic wall art that is really large and makes a bold statement on the wall. I made this arrangement like this because I will be using the frames later in the future for something else, but if you like, you can have this design attached to a large board before mounting it to the wall. Another way to use this Dollar Tree frames is a design that I made in my friend's place. My friend helped me out here to make sure that I get just the frames that I need for the project. I used 28 picture frames for this project. Now I'm going to have pieces of wood assembled together. Now you can use an existing table that you have that probably has the same shape like this. I covered the back to keep it stable. And now what I'm going to do is measure out the size and then arrange the picture frames the way I want them to appear in the middle. I'll be having these attached to the table with PVC strips. Now you can also use wood instead of the PVC strips. The strips will be attached at both ends of the table, and then the picture frames will be attached on top of the strips. I then covered up the sides of the wood with marble contact paper. It is a really simple but yet pretty table, and I really love the way it turned out. If you don't want the picture frames to be in front like this, you can have them by the side using this next design. I'll be attaching these to wood. I'm going to be measuring the height of the wood that I'll be needing for this project, and then I'll cut it down to size. After measuring what I need, I'm going to be joining the pieces together for the table. I made 2 of this, and then I used the frame to measure the distance in between for it to fit just right. And I'll be using this piece of wood and cutting it to size, and I'll be making several pieces of the cuts and attaching these pieces to give me the actual space that I need in the middle for the table. I'll be using a strong adhesive and a staple gun to keep these pieces in place. When I was done, I positioned what I just made at the back of the sofa where I want this to be, and the size looks okay. So what I did was to take it out and spray paint it silver. I left some parts of it because I will be covering those parts with mirrors. But before attaching the mirrors, I'm going to be attaching the frames first with a strong adhesive and a hot glue gun. The third frame is too high, so I'm going to cut it down to size before attaching it. I'll repeat the same thing for the other side before gluing on the mirrors to the wood. The mirrors I'm using are leftover pieces from another project, so at the top here I didn't get anything that's long enough. So because of that, I'll move this to the middle and get smaller pieces for the two sides that are open. I've just joined the extra pieces. Now you can see that the plates still show here at the back, so I'm going to be spray painting them silver to make them look uniform. Here are some extra little mirror pieces that I'll be adding on the inside of the table. These extra frames that I have will be placed at the top. I'll be attaching them with a strong adhesive and a hot glue gun. I'll be using diamond wraps to cover up the wood that's at the bottom. Now to make this a complete table that's functional, I got glass from Lowe's, cut it down to size, and I placed it on top of what I just made. Now I can see the design of the frames underneath the glass, which was the whole idea of this design in the first place, and I love the way it looks.